sound. We'll all be flying higher than a jet airliner. And if you want a little bang in your yin-yang, come along. Well, we flew through Cincinnati and we all got really happy. Grabbed a bowl of that Skyline chili along the way. Then we rode on into Canton, scared the hell out of Marilyn Manson, and the party started happening. Hey, hey, hey. And in the middle of a Charleston night, we ran into Jessica White, and a little moonshine got us right plumb smack insane. And we're coming to your city, gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll all be flying higher than a jet airliner. And if you want a little bang in your yin-yang, come along. Well, we broke down in Greenville in the middle of a hayfield, but a Bud Light truck pulled up and helped us out. So we did headed up to Philly, partied down like real hillbillies, brought the music mafia and rocked it out. Oh, and Chippewa's where we go when we're up in Buffalo. Don't you know those Yankees drink enough to drown? Yeah, we're coming to your city, gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll all be flying higher than a jet airliner.
All right, welcome to today's show. This is Big John, your host, and like always, we thank you for listening, whatever that may be. So you may listen right now when we're actually talking, or you might listen, later on in the day, which is fine with me. We just like to thank a few of our sponsors now. They help us to do what we do here on the show. And let's start off with Raising Cane's in Laurel. They're doing a great thing this Christmas season. What they're doing, they have pictures of their mascot, Raising Cane's 3, every month of the year. And they want you to go in, buy a calendar. Everybody needs a calendar. It's like $2. And all the proceeds go to not Raising Cane's, but the Animal Rescue League in Laurel. So that's a really good cause there. So your money is being spent wisely there by helping them, because they're so low this time of the season, and they really need your help. So go by Raising Cane's, get you a box combo, and buy a calendar. You'll love it. It's very cool. I have one. It's hanging up here in the office, and it's very cool. So go by and get you a calendar for $2. You'll be helping people out. Make you feel good, too. All warm and fuzzy inside. Also, we love New Look Antique and Boutique and Salon. Going downtown right there on your right. Close to Wells Pharmacy, right up the road from Wells Pharmacy. A great bunch of folks there. Miss Suzanne Williams does a great job. Has a lot of cool antiques, guys. Go by there and get your wife a beauty makeover. I know she'll love you for it. And they have some really cool Christmas decorations to put up in your house. So go by there and see her, and you'll be glad you did. And so always a great time of going by there and hanging out with her. Also, Christmas Tree Farm. Tomley Christmas Tree Farm is a great little place over in Oak Grove. You can go by there and pick out your Christmas tree, and it's a lot of fun when you do that. You know, pick out your Christmas tree, hanging out with the family, and you'll have so much fun. I know you will, because we always do when we go by there. They also got a cool gift shop there where you can shop and have a good time and just enjoy this holiday season, you know. So remember those guys as well down there in Flicka's Tax Service. Flicka Smith there in Taylorsville. Tax season is right around the corner, so be sure to give her a call and, help you with your taxes. And she does a really good job. She did mine this past year, and I was very pleased. So tell her you heard it on the show, and I know she'll take great care of you. Lucas Tax Service in Taylorsville. So, a lot of sports news to talk about today. We'll go into that first. The first being that, if you haven't heard, the Mississippi State Bulldogs are going to be going to the Outback Bowl. They're going to be taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. That should be a good game for the Dogs. The Dogs will probably be favored by at least 10 points. Iowa, they only had one decent win this season, and that was against Iowa State. They really didn't play nobody. They don't have a tough schedule, so the Bulldogs should be able to handle the Iowa Hawkeyes. That shouldn't be a problem for them. And also in other news, Southern Miss, they went 6-5. They didn't make it to a bowl game this year. There were 82 teams bowl eligible, and 4 didn't make it. So Wyoming, Miami, Ohio, Southern Miss, and Louisiana Monroe were the 4 that didn't make it. John Gilbert was the AD there at Southern Miss, and he really didn't do a good job of trying to get Southern Miss a 12th game that would get them 7 wins. I mean, if you had to schedule a SWAC team that would want to come play you, give them a little money and get that 7th win, or schedule somebody like Liberty University if they didn't have a game that just started their football program back. Liberty's doing a good job this year. They're bowl eligible, I believe. I don't think they're going to a bowl. I haven't checked the whole list yet, but I know that Liberty would have been a good game. Now, what do you think about the 4-team playoff? You have Alabama going to be taking on Oklahoma, then Notre Dame and Clemson. Hey, I'm a fighting Irish fan, so I hope we can get those Tigers. And so I think we will. I think it'll be a good game. Both of them, I think Oklahoma could beat Alabama. I do. With Tua out, we don't know that for sure. That game will be played on December 29th. I don't know. Jalen Hurts, he did a great job coming in the game against Georgia in Atlanta Saturday afternoon, but we don't know how he could do against a team like Oklahoma, another top team from the Big 12. So you have the Big 12 represented. You have an independent, the ACC, and the SEC. And Ohio State got left out, and Washington got left out. They'll be playing in the Rose Bowl. So a good game there. The Big Ten and the Pac-12 wanted to keep that game intact, and so that's kind of how that one went and why they, didn't even get consideration. But, you probably don't need to lose games. If you do, they need to be against a top 25 caliber team. And Ohio State got beat by Purdue. So let's face it, not the best option. Washington got beat earlier in the season too. So they really didn't do enough to impress down the stretch. And that's what it takes. You got to be able to impress and get those quality wins. Now, the Saints, let's talk about the Saints a little bit. The Saints, they need to win one more game. They play a game at the Panthers this week on Monday Night Football. Then they have a game against the Steelers at home. And then they have a game against the Panthers. They may have to go to the Steelers, but I didn't look at that very closely. But so the Panthers, Steelers, and Panthers. That ought to be a good game for the Saints. They need one more win or a Panthers loss. So they play the Panthers this week. If they beat the Panthers, they're the NFC South champions. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Beat the Panthers, and you are going to the playoffs. So how about that? You know, big time for the Saints. So that's it. And you know, Alabama, you know, that's going to be a tough challenge for them, Oklahoma. And so you got to wonder how well if Tua's going to play, or if he's out for the year, then that's a very good shot for, you know, the Sooners. So we got to see about that. But anyway, other news, the bowl games are out. Go to ESPN to make all your picks and predictions and have fun with other folks. Should be a lot of fun. And the SEC is sending 11 teams to the playoffs. I mean, not the playoffs, but to bowl games. So that's a pretty big deal. You know, should be a lot of fun. Always good to get one of those sheets and just have a good time doing that. And, you know, gonna be fun there. Also, what about the NFL? You had a few coaches get fired over the week. Mike McCarthy's out at Green Bay. He had to go. You know, I mean, let's face it, the Packers have been stagnant over the last several years. They really haven't done nothing to compare anything. You know, it is what it is. The Packers just need to go ahead and, you know, find them a new guy. Mike McCarthy will find a new job somewhere. He's a good coach, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the face of that program. He kind of runs it, and so, you know, so it's that simple. You know, he just basically quit on McCarthy. I mean, he I don't know what it is, but that's how it looks to me. You know, so I don't do the NFL too much. I follow the Saints and the Cowboys. It was tough for me last week. The Cowboys won, so good for Dak Prescott, formerly of Mississippi State. But you know, hopefully they can get in rhythm and find them somebody that will, you know, take the fall for Aaron Rodgers when he does bad and when, you know, he does good. But we'll see what the Packers do there. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back and talk a little news. Let's talk a little news. And tomorrow, we're going to go over the results for the state championships from Jackson. James Pugh will be back with us, so just hold on tight. We got a lot more to talk about.